Hi everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. This is my YouTube channel where I'll be sharing moments from my everyday life. And this is my very first video during a period when I'm unemployed. I chose to leave my job so I could spend some time doing things. I've always been curious about things I had to put aside because of work. The first project I want to take on is transforming the rooftop of the building I'm renting. It feels like such a waste of space, so I decided to clean it up and turn it into a place of my own. The rooftop is on the fifth floor, so carrying all the trash down to the ground floor is pretty exhausting and time consuming. I'm doing everything by myself, but that's okay. I have plenty of time these days. The first step is sorting everything. Anything that can be recycled or sold, like books, cardboard, scrap metal, and plastic, goes into one pile. I won't make much money from selling them, but it'll help cover some of the cost of the supplies I bought. Let's call it breaking even. To get started, I bought around 20 woven sacks to collect and carry all the trash. As for protective gear, I only have a few pairs of gloves and a pair of rubber boots. Large items are set aside so I can carry them down one by one. Smaller trash, soil, and dead plants all go into the sacks. This place is honestly like a miniature landfill. There are books, old blankets and mattresses, a toilet, an altar, piles of dirt, and plants that have long since died. And of course, there are lots of cockroaches. Every now and then, I also run into rats and caterpillars, and I am absolutely terrified of caterpillars. Seriously. Have you ever found it strange? During a period of unemployment, I'm spending so much time doing something that doesn't seem to create any financial value. That was a mindset I used to put on myself, that everything I did had to make money or produce some measurable result. Because of that, I ignored so many things I genuinely enjoyed: traveling, trying new experiences, and having meaningful conversations. They don't make money right away, but they nourish me in ways that are just as important. Doing physical work like this helps quiet my mind. I don't overthink as much anymore. When we're no longer caught up in the routines of work and everyday life, it's surprisingly easy to become anxious and overthink everything. And more often than not, those pressures are the ones we create for ourselves. I cleaned this whole place by myself in 3 days. Sitting here editing the video, I still can't believe I actually managed to tackle all that trash alone. 3 days of cleaning down to 3 hours of editing. Looking back at the whole process and the final results, I can't help but feel a little proud of myself. At first, looking at that massive pile of trash, I was completely overwhelmed and discouraged. But I just started with the smallest task. It's true that taking action sparks the mind. Once I got my hands dirty, I figured out how to organize the next step more efficiently. So, based on my experience, I just want to say you just start and figure it out as you go. I thought this would just be a basic cleaning video, so I didn't plan on sharing much besides my messy thoughts during a stressful time. Looking back at how I struggled with all that heavy lifting, dirty and exhausted, I'm honestly proud of myself. Now, sitting here editing and seeing the clean space, I feel a sudden sense of relief and joy. I hope this little burst of cleaning energy can motivate anyone out there who feels like their life is a bit cluttered right now. Just start and everything will fall into place. Time to clear out the dirt. This soil has been sitting here for 20 years, so it feels like it has evolved or something. It's incredibly packed and heavy. As for the old pots, if I can smash them, I smash them. Honestly, breaking things right now feels so incredibly satisfying. Time to haul all these trash bags and heavy items down to the first floor. This is the absolute worst part because I have to carry everything by myself and the staircase is super narrow. I could barely manage 2 or 3 trips in a row before needing to sit down, drink water, and let my bright red face cool down. Yet, I ended up doing about 50 trips up and down like this. Talk about a high intensity cardio workout. This thing is a beast. Honestly, feels like I'm wrestling it down. Every night after these moving days, my whole body was aching, and my arms and legs were covered in bruises. At this point, I'm exhausted and so dirty. I just feel like being silly and spinning around like this. The heavy lifting is mostly done, so now it's just sweeping up the dust. It's pretty light work, but since it's the end of the day, my body is literally screaming at me to stop. Still, I have to push through just a little more because the finish line is right there. Just a little more, almost at the finish line. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's look at the final transformation. It took me 3 full days and a ton of hard work to get to this moment, but looking at the final result feels amazing. It honestly feels like I finally cleared out all the cluttered thoughts that had been heavy on my mind for so long.